Hi there, Dave here, that foreign bloke in Udon Thani, Thailand. And this video is all about me applying for a Thai driver's license, driving license. It really is part of, or should go hand in hand with my video on getting a yellow housebook. My idea initially was that I would first get the yellow housebook, and that would make it easy for me to get my Thai driving license, because then I wouldn't need to go back to immigration to get the proof of residency letter, which is 500 baht and only can be used only the once. However, the yellow housebook thing is sort of dragging out, and I've got a feeling it will drag out even more, and I need to get this sorted. Basically, I'll tell you what I'm doing at the minute. I have a Swedish driving license, and I have an international driving permit, which is dated the 14th of October 2019. So to drive on this, it is valid for a year. However, if you move somewhere on any kind of permanent basis, then you should apply for a local driving license. So basically this permit entitles me to drive on this license for the time being. So I was thinking about applying for a Thai driving license at some point. However, the plan was that I would go back to Sweden in the summer, which I didn't do, and we've been here now nearly a year, and I really need to get myself sorted. So this is what this video is going to show you, those details. So I don't know quite how it's going to go, but if you follow through the video, then you will see for yourself. As I said, I was hoping to have my yellow housebook, so I would not need to go to immigration. Okay, this is the Amper. This is where I need to go to see about my yellow housebook. I'm not going to do the application today, I just want to check out what's required. So Dad was waiting for me. I had to park a bit of a way off. Right, well, the first and maybe the last visit to the Amper didn't go very well. Nobody's very helpful, and right, it's a few weeks later now, and I'm going to have another attempt at the yellow housebook procedure. Fortunately, it's absolutely bucketing down, but I did manage to park across the road, so I dropped off, and I'm going to make a dart for it, but it is raining heavily, so I'm going to see. Right, so another waste of time. We came in, we got help directly, and the woman said, you can't do it because you're not married. Now, nowhere, anywhere does it say you have to be married to get a yellow housebook. So I'm just like, again, they just seem to make things up as they go along, and it's very frustrating, but that's how it is. So at this point there was absolutely no way I was going to get a yellow housebook without moving to a different district. At the moment we live in Ampere Muang, Udon Thani, and they will not give me the yellow housebook because we have to have a marriage certificate, and we have not registered our marriage, and we do not intend to do so, just to be forced into it because of needing this book. So it's a pain, because I was talking to a bloke online the other day who lives in Bandung, which is in the next Ampere, and he was telling me him and his girlfriend went to get his yellow housebook, and that doesn't imply that he's got a marriage certificate. So it's all a bit of, they make it up as they go along, and every Ampere's got its own rules, which is very annoying. Anyway, with that, I decided that I would have to go to immigration to get a proof of address, and that's what we did. Okay, so now I'm at the immigration office instead. Extremely annoyed, disappointed about the yellow housebook situation. But I'm going to have to get a paper to prove my address so that I can fix my driving license, because I've been driving on a international driving permit for almost a year. That permit runs out. Really, I shouldn't be driving on it at all by this time, so I need to get my driving license sorted. And I really wanted to get the yellow housebook so that I could not need to keep coming to immigration for everything. And anyway, got to do what I've got to do. So
a few moments later.
Right, well, I'm back from the immigration. Got my confirmation of address on my address certificate. So now that cost me 500 baht, which had I had the yellow housebook, I wouldn't have needed. But there you go, and it's only valid for this particular getting my driving license. And then the next time I want to do something like change my phone provider, I'll need another one of those for another 500 baht, and so on, which is why it's rather frustrating. But anyway, I've got that. I'm going to need to go to the doctors, or a doctor, and get a certificate. Apparently it's pretty straightforward. They reading online, people say if you've got a pulse, you'll get the certificate. So and that's quite cheap, about 100 baht. So I get that, and then I'll need to go to the driving license office, but I can't do everything in one go today, so we shall see when we get there. Probably be beginning next week. Okay, so I'm going to go to a doctor's clinic just around the corner here and see if I can get the paper for my driving license. This clinic, I sometimes bring Jao. I've been here once before. See if there's a doctor available to do it. This is the clinic, doctor's clinic. See let's go on. Okay, well, I got my paper. They did a little bit of blood pressure and got my pulse, weight, height, asked me a few questions, but that's the next thing on the agenda done. Okay, so it's a few days later now, and well, I waited out the weekend on Monday because of potential queues on a Monday, and now it's Tuesday, so we're going to go to the Udon Thani Provincial Land Transport Office in Ampere Pen, and see if I can sort my driving license or not. That all remains to be seen. So come on. Okay, so we made it. It was about a half an hour drive, 40-minute drive from home, a bit out in the sticks, but we're waiting for our turn in the queue. Okay, we have to go and get some copies of documentation, so we're looking for a copy shop now because the one near the driving license office place was out of order. So let's have a look. Okay, left all the paperwork in. Had a couple of hairy moments. At one point she decided that she didn't know what my driving license was because I've got a Swedish driving license, so she said I would have to go to the Swedish embassy, which is in Bangkok, and get a signed certificate proving that this was a driving license and explaining it. I had already given her an international driving permit, which she'd given me back, and then I gave it to her again and she asked, what's this? And then she looked at it and then she went to see a colleague, then she came back and then she rang somebody and then she decided that was okay. So all's good. Lunchtime. Got to go back at 10 to 1 for some kind of video, to watch some training videos. And then, let's see. Okay, quick break for lunch. Got to go back at 10 to 1. Right, excellent lunch. We are back. Few minutes. I have to go into this training video, and I think I might have to do a reaction test. Not sure, colorblind test. So let's see. Okay, that was another tiresome in the watching the video, but it's all done. Went downstairs, paid, and yes, indeed, got my driving license. So that's one step in the right direction. I'm very pleased about that. I didn't do the moped license because I don't bother driving a motorbike here, just the car. So that's good enough. So there you have it. To sum it all up, very pleased that I've got my driving license. That is a weight off my mind, because as I said, I was driving around on this about to run out international driver's permit, and it's a bit vague as to how long you should or could drive on one of those, but certainly not more than the 1 year expiry on for the main convention. So I'm glad about that. I got my driving license. Disappointed that I didn't get my yellow house book, and more importantly disappointed that because I didn't get the yellow house book, I didn't get the Thai pink ID card. Now people have various opinions about that card, but it gives you a Thai ID number, and it is good for a lot of things. People might not realize how much it simplifies things if you've got that Thai ID number. Even just paying the water bill. When I pay a water bill at 7-Eleven, they always ask for your ID card, and when I produce my passport, it's always like some kind of major confusion as to what they're going to do with it. So that is a major disappointment, but I'm glad I got my driver's license. So I'm going to end the video now. Birds singing. So thanks a lot for watching. Please share this video with your friends, and like and subscribe and do all the usual stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.